Welcome to the OP Mechanic V2 showcase. Almost 3 years after the original release, we've rebuilt the entire mechanic experience. Advanced tuning, work orders, maintenance, dyno testing, nitro, AntiLag, and much more, all in one complete system. Let's start with the tuning menu. Instead of the traditional menus found in most mechanic scripts, we created a completely different NFS-Inspired experience. It's fast, intuitive, and can be controlled using either your mouse or keyboard arrows. The tuning section lets you upgrade the engine and other performance components, as well as install features like AntiLag. We'll come back to these options in more detail later in the showcase. Body tuning makes cosmetic customization simple and frustration-free. The camera automatically adjusts to the component you're editing, so every part stays clearly visible while you customize the vehicle. Changing wheels is just as easy. You can browse all rims available in GTA 5, while the system automatically detects any custom wheels installed on your server, so there's no additional configuration required. Vehicle painting gives you complete freedom over your build. Choose from preset colors, create your own with the RGB selector, or use sync color to automatically match them. OP Mechanic also supports over 62 Chameleon Colors from GTA Enhanced, giving your vehicle a truly unique look. Interior customization uses a dedicated camera placed directly inside the vehicle. You can rotate it freely in 360 degrees, making it easy to preview and adjust interior colors from every angle. The lighting section gives you full control over your vehicle's neons and xenon lights. You can also install an RGB controller, allowing players to control their vehicle LEDs directly through a dedicated in-game item. Interior customization works just like vehicle painting. A dedicated 360-degree camera moves inside the vehicle, allowing you to freely rotate the view. You can also install a nitro kit directly from the tuning menu, adding an extra performance boost to the vehicle. We'll showcase the complete Nitro System later. The stancing system allows you to fine-tune your vehicle's suspension setup, giving you full control over its stance and creating the perfect fitment for your build. Once the customer finishes configuring their vehicle, the setup is submitted as a work order, and the car returns to its previous state. The mechanic can then review the requested modifications from the tablet, accept the order, and begin installing each selected upgrade. During a work order, mechanics receive a complete task list with a dedicated interface showing their progress and remaining steps. We've created 20 unique mini-games to make every tuning job more interactive without turning it into a simulator. The entire system is highly configurable. Work orders can be disabled completely, individual stages can be skipped with auto-implementation, and required tuning items can also be turned off. Once the mechanic completes every stage of the work order, all selected modifications are applied and the vehicle is ready to hit the road. Let's take a look at the RGB Controller. This dedicated item gives players full control over their vehicle LEDs and xenon lights. You can toggle individual lights, choose between 5 different lighting modes, and select any custom color to perfectly match your build. Anti-lag is one of my favorite parts of OP Mechanic. Choose your anti-lag type, customize the flame color and size, adjust how frequently the exhaust pops, and even change the sound. Everything is fully configurable and built directly into OP Mechanic. Now let's take the car for a drive and see how our custom anti-lag setup looks and sounds in action. Now let's test the Nitro System. Players refill their nitro using dedicated nitro bottles, with up to 3 bottles per vehicle by default. Everything is configurable, including the maximum capacity, nitro consumption rate, and how much performance boost it actually gives the vehicle. Using nitro for too long can push your engine beyond its limits and eventually cause it to explode. This mechanic is fully configurable and can even be disabled, but it adds an extra layer of risk and realism to the Nitro system. Let's check out the Dyno System. OP Mechanic includes our own custom-built dyno prop with an interactive screen that displays live test results to everyone nearby. Simply drive onto the dyno, start the test, and watch the results directly in-game. Car lifts bring a more immersive feel to your workshop. Each lift features a custom interface for raising and lowering vehicles, with everything fully synchronized between players. Lifts can also be placed directly in-game through the admin panel, which we'll showcase later. Let's start with the tablet's side menu, where mechanics can quickly switch their duty status on or off with built-in QBOX and QB core integration. On the main page, you'll find the work order system showing current, completed, canceled, and in-progress jobs. The Dispatch app allows mechanics to manage incoming calls, accept or remove them, and instantly set a waypoint to the customer. You can also enable the on-foot dispatch UI, keeping active calls visible even when the tablet is closed. The Invoices app keeps track of all workshop payments. Invoices are automatically created when a customer pays for a tuning order, with full details about the parts and modifications included. Mechanics can also create invoices manually by selecting a player, entering the vehicle plate, adding individual charges, and sending the invoice directly to the customer. The Parts Orders app allows mechanics to purchase everything they need for the workshop. You can pay extra to have parts delivered directly to the shop, or save the delivery fee and pick them up yourself from a configured location. We'll showcase the full pickup process later. The Vehicle History app gives mechanics access to the complete history of a vehicle, including previous modifications, services, and maintenance. For example, let's check the vehicle we were testing earlier and see everything that has been done to it. The Maintenance app lets mechanics connect to a vehicle and check its technical condition. We'll showcase the full system later. The Finances app lets you deposit and withdraw company funds while keeping a detailed history of every transaction. The Management app lets you hire employees, change their ranks, manage your team, and reset individual on-duty time. The Vehicle Store and Garage let you purchase new company vehicles and manage your existing fleet, with everything fully configurable to match your server. Admins can create multiple mechanic stashes directly in-game, including shared storage and private lockers, with configurable weight limits and inventory slots. Job management can create, edit, and remove work outfits, while mechanics can quickly equip any uniforms available for their rank. OP Mechanic also supports job lockers from external clothing systems, including OP Clothing, allowing you to use your existing uniform setup. Let's return to vehicle maintenance. We'll scan the car, check its current condition, and see if any components need to be replaced. Every replaceable component includes its own minigame and can optionally require a specific item to complete the repair. Replacing the clutch requires the vehicle to be raised on a car lift, adding another layer of immersion to the maintenance process. As you can see, after replacing all worn components, the vehicle is now at 100% condition and performs at its best. Let's return to parts orders and order a few components for pickup. Once the order is placed, we need to visit the supplier and collect the parts ourselves. Back in the tuning menu, you can upgrade components like the engine, drivetrain, brakes, and tires. You can create as many custom tuning options as you want, and engine swaps can even change the vehicle sound based on your configuration. Every upgrade includes its own minigame, while engine swaps also use dedicated props for a more immersive installation process. Now let's test the vehicle after the engine swap, brake upgrade, and new tires. As you can see, the performance difference is massive. Now let's put both vehicles on the dyno, starting with the tuned version and then testing the stock one. As you can see from the final results, the performance difference is massive. The advanced flatbed adds a much more immersive towing experience. You can open the ramp, attach the winch cable, and pull vehicles directly onto the flatbed, all built into OP Mechanic. Unloading works just like in real life. Simply lower the flatbed ramp and drive the vehicle off when you reach your destination. The F6 menu used to control the flatbed also includes quick vehicle repair and washing options. You can require specific items for these actions, disable them from the menu entirely, or force mechanics to use the required items directly from their inventory. Car wax is a usable item that applies a protective layer to the vehicle, reducing how quickly it gets dirty for a configurable amount of time. Using the F6 menu, mechanics can also place useful props directly in the world and easily pick them back up whenever they're no longer needed. The in-game admin panel lets you create complete mechanic locations without editing config files. In the General section, you can configure the name, logo, job, and society, as well as settings for tuning, garages, and duty clock in and clock out. You can also set minimum job grades for individual tablet apps, configure the mechanic blip, and create both shared and private stashes directly from the admin panel. You can also configure dyno locations directly from the admin panel, with separate custom props for RWD and AWD vehicles. Use the built-in prop placer to position everything precisely, and configure dedicated screens to display live dyno results. Car lifts can also be placed directly through the admin panel, making it easy to build and customize your workshop entirely in-game. And as mentioned earlier, OP Mechanic also includes a dedicated AWD dyno prop, allowing you to properly test all-wheel drive vehicles.